Greetings, future business partners. Welcome to our grand virtual opportunity meeting. I'm Claude, one of the team leaders here with Universal Benefits National's telesales agency, where I have been associated with this marvelous agency over the last 5+ years. But I have been in the life insurance industry now going over 15+ years in the business. My assignment today is just to provide a brief overview of our opportunity, and we are looking for a few more agents who would be a great fit to partner with us and grow our agency to the next level. And if you're not licensed yet and taking a look at our opportunity, you couldn't be at a great time to really look at our opportunity, or a better time than now. This can be potentially a life-changing opportunity for you and can change your financial future greatly. And if you are newly licensed or have been a life insurance agent for a little while now and just haven't found the right opportunity and looking to join a great team, a great culture, a growing and expanding organization, and a sales training organization, and looking to build a career on solid ground, this too can be a grand life altering opportunity for you as well. Now, before we dive into this grand opportunity, we are associated with an independent marketing organization, also known as an IMO, who has been an industry leader in sales and marketing and providing this great opportunity. And that's none other than the Wilson family. So the Universal Benefits Incorporated was actually founded by the gentleman in the center here, Dr. Ted Wilson Sr., back in 1981. But Dr. Wilson has actually been affiliated in the insurance arena for well over 50 years in the business. Now, this organization, the Universal Benefits, has actually helped develop several millionaires, hundreds of agents earning a six-figure income or more, and then some individuals have even earned multiple six figures just being associated with this organization here with Universal Benefits Incorporated in just one product that we specialize in the final expense arena. And I'm going to get to that shortly. We are a regional marketing support organization that has exclusive territory in these 8 states: New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, DC, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Yes, we are regionalized, and we are in the process of actually looking to bring on some agents so that we can expand our territory. But trust me when I say, even though we're regionalized, there is plenty of an income opportunity even in just these 8 states alone, where we're almost penetrating about 50% of the states, some a little bit more than 50%, and in some just shy of under 50%. And we're in the process of bringing on some agents so that we can grow and bring on additional states. But like I said, there's plenty of income that's even in these 8 states right here. Currently, we have over 1,200 agents across the East Coast, over 40+ million in annual premium and final expense sales alone. Now, keep in mind, the number 2 company in the final expense arena generated $40 million in final expense sales. So here we've developed $40 million in final expense sales, and we're just a region of 8 states. And the number 2 company has all 50 states, in the region. I know I didn't introduce the other 2 individuals, and to the right of Dr. Wilson, that's the president, that is Ted Wilson Jr., who is the president of the organization, who helps, again, grow the agency and recruiting and making sure that we have the systems in place to create magnificent agents in our region, partnered alongside with Aaron Wilson James, who's the vice president of Universal Benefits. So again, this dynamic family here, really helps us in regarding to making sure that we have what we need as agents. They have what we need for our training situation here. They're the ones that develop the turnkey system here that allows us to thrive in the life insurance arena, specifically in the final expense arena. Now, let's talk about the Richburgs, right? So the Richburgs, is a just a magnificent couple here. They're also one of the multimillionaires created by Universal Benefits, who are the directors of our national telesales division in Universal Benefits. The Richburgs have several decades in the life insurance arena with this one agency here, and started our telesales division literally about 8 years ago. And again, we're looking for a few good people that we can train, educate, and coach to help grow our agency, our telesales agency, either in an office setting or remotely with our turnkey system. So again, our regions are also New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, DC, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. We've developed over $4.2 million in annual premium, all by the telephone. By the way, we don't do any Zoom meetings. We don't do, for the most part, we don't do any face-to-face meeting, even though we are open to servicing people face to face. Primarily, majority of our business is to really teach you at a high level to make sure you're highly educated to work this business by way of telephone. And we've also developed some of the highest paid agents in the company. You know, with our small organization, we house about 40 to 50 telesales agents in our arena here of the with our telesales division. And again, we are rapidly growing. We're looking for a few key people that we can train to help grow the company. This is Universal Benefits Telesales headquarters on the right here. That is located in Sumter, South Carolina. And we also have two other offices in the region, the Southern Maryland office in Lexington Park, Maryland, and then also our Baltimore office right there in Reisterstown, Maryland. These are three locations right now. So again, we are in the business of wanting to usher people into an office setting, help them get trained, help them get developed. But also at the same time, we also want to work with you if you want to work remote, and we can help you in that fashion as well too. So Lincoln Heritage, right? Now let's talk about Lincoln. So Lincoln Heritage was founded back in 1963. They're a 60-plus-year-old company, family owned till today. Right now, it's ran by the president, Alex London, who's a third-generation leader of Lincoln Heritage. We are licensed in 49 states. We are the #1 final expense company in the nation. We currently have over 6,000 agents across the country, $583 million in annual premium developed, and $10 billion in force. Over $220 million has been paid out to the sales force. And we are celebrating 20 years of substantial growth. So as you can see in 2003, $21 million was produced in new policies. Fast forward the story later in 2023, $157 million. Man, that is a staggering growth opportunity here for you. So as you can see, we are a growing company. So you couldn't align yourself at a better time in catching the wave of being associated with our company in the final expense arena right now. Why final expense is the next big opportunity? There are 10,000 plus people turning 65 every day. That's our market. Over half of the consumers in the United States do not have an insurance policy or money saved specifically for paying for their funeral expenses. And then the three major reasons why this is a great opportunity is the affordability. Most of our clients have $50, $60, $70. They're on fixed incomes. You know, they're on Social Security income. They're retired already. They're about to retire, newly retired. These are middle income, lower income individuals. And we're just trying to help, you know, make a qualification process, you know, for them, the simplicity of it. It's a very easy qualification process. You know, just a few short questions and we can get them qualified within minutes, you know, on the telephone. And then of course, it's a steady demand, right? So again, we're niche marketed. We do primarily work with seniors, but we're also open to helping anyone, you know, in our region to get covered with our product. But we are niche marketed when it comes to the turnkey system here at Lincoln Heritage. So 21 reasons why Universal Benefits Lincoln Heritage is the #1 choice for agents. Number one, our purpose is to help ensure 10 to 20 families per week all over the telephone. And by doing so, many of our full-time agents are earning anywhere from $75,000 their very first year in business, no license, no experience ever in the industry, and also going over 6 figures annually. Right. So again, if you are experienced, all we ask is that you submit yourself to our system and we're going to help you earn a magnificent income as well. And why are we helping so many families? Because Lincoln has very liberal underwriting guidelines. It's very easy for someone to get qualified for our program. We're talking about a 98% acceptance rate. So we train primarily on how to sell over the telephone in regards to making sure you're trained, you're educated, and making sure that you're able to build a foundational relationship with our clients to help them get a policy. So when you have a 98% acceptance rate, you have to work on that skill even more, you know, because again, we accept practically any and everybody. We are the largest provider of final expense life insurance nationwide. We have an A+ excellent rating with the Better Business Bureau. You can look that up online. We are A-rated AM Best. What that means is that we're financially secure. And in 2023, Lincoln's commissionable sales exceeded over $220 million. That's just the money that they paid out to the sales force, like someone like myself. right? And along with a few others. Number three, high commission contracts. Lincoln offers top competitive contracts with growth opportunity. Advances paid daily. In my mind, if you get bills daily, why not participate in a grand opportunity that can allow you to get paid daily the very same day? So if Mrs. Jones wants to pay her policy today or tomorrow on checking account business, keep in mind, we do collect credit cards as well, but I'm just putting an emphasis here on checking account business. So if they pay us today or tomorrow, or want to pay today or tomorrow, Lincoln will literally advance us tomorrow morning on that policy. Top commissions, in the industry. Cash flow is everything when it comes to a person joining our opportunity and wanting to transition full time or make this a full time income for themselves. And we advance 75% advances on submission of applications. That's very important for those who are newly in the insurance arena, because most policies, they pay on issue, which means that might be a couple of weeks, that might be a couple of months before you get paid. But when we're paid on submit, so any policies that are paying in advance, in the future, so let's just say Mrs. Jones wants to pay a week from now or 2 weeks from now or even next month, the policy pays out 3 business days later on submission of applications. So advance commissions are paid anyway Monday through Friday, excluding holidays. Leads, thousands of exclusive, fresh, hot leads in your area, whether they're direct mail, cable TV, digital. A lot of them are web-based now, from Facebook, somebody looking us up online directly by name, through the, referral leads, death claim leads, inserts, right? No lead cost up front. How great is it that you can get started with a company that's not going to charge you up front for the lead cost, right? I like to call it a lead investment, right? Because you're running a business. So you want to make sure that you have a business mindset coming into this business. Make sure you have an entrepreneurial mindset when you come into this business. Have a career mindset when you come into this business. There's no lead cost up front. Now there's a lead cost now. We're going to talk about that towards the very end of this presentation, but UBI has thousands of leads available today for full-time agent managers who follow the company guidelines with a 0 upfront cost, no interest on the leads. So again, how great is it that Lincoln can fund your business today and you can start making money tomorrow on our lead system? And we're going to teach you a training on how to work that lead system correctly and effectively, which is very important when it comes to working leads. So keep in mind, leads are essential in the final expense arena, because if you don't know 400 to 500 people at any given moment that are even interested, in talking about, life insurance or death, in the life insurance arena, it becomes very difficult to build your business. Now, keep in mind, you're not limited to working leads. However, a good amount of the successful individuals in our arena are working the lead system and working them effectively, but you're not limited to working leads, even though leads are a privilege in our business opportunity. What do the leads look like? So a lot of people are requesting the information online, whether it's Facebook, a banner on Facebook, or whether they're watching, a Lincoln Heritage branded video. Everything is lead branded. So Lincoln does not make money from selling you the leads. Lincoln makes money when we as an organization can teach you how to properly train you in selling to the lead system. So this is just a quick snapshot here even on the mailers, right? Because that's still a popular lead today, where people are tearing off the bottom half of a Lincoln branded mailer that came out to the home. They read the letter, tore off the bottom half of the response card and mailed it back in. We call those direct mailers. So this is just a quick picture here of what the different type of lead sources that we have. We have, a handful of lead sources, and they work very great here, especially for someone looking to be in business right away. Number 5, as a telesales agent, our job is to train you to get you to a 25-35% close rate on those leads. And again, as you close the leads, that's when you actually pay your lead balance back, right? Which means tens and thousands of dollars for our agents and an outstanding opportunity to earn an awesome income. Now, when you first come here, who are those just getting started with our organization, you may not be at a 28-35% closing situation right away. However, we're going to train you to work those leads effectively so that we can get you to that point. Now, keep in mind, Lincoln already formalized it where we already know about 20% to 25% of the, 70% to 70% of those leads are not going to buy anything from you no matter what you say, right? But however, when you're closing at a 28, 35% rate, no different than in baseball, right? If you're batting, 3 out of 10, right? 1 out of 3, 3 out of 10, right? You're a multi-millionaire in that industry. Guess what? It's the same way here on our lead system. So if you train yourself, to bat 3 out of 10, right? Going up to bat 10 times and you're getting a base hit, every third time or every, 3 times out of 10 times, you're going to be very wealthy individual learning to work our lead system. Number 6, we have an exclusive partnership with the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society, also known as FCGS, to help families save money on their funeral costs. This is the differentiator on what makes Lincoln very different. So it's not just having a life insurance policy, but it's a life insurance policy with burial benefits. There's an experience that a client has when they buy a small 10, 12, 15, $20,000 policy with Lincoln. This is what makes us different. So Lincoln consists of a team of ex-funeral directors associated with the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society, its own entity, that helps our clients make sure that they're not taken advantage of when it comes to funeral arrangements. This is the team that literally helps our clients to make sure they don't emotionally spend. They do things like price shopping on behalf of the family in their local area to make sure they're not taken advantage of. They look at the contracts and documents to make sure there's not excess taxes or excess fees, when it comes to the funeral funeral situation. It's just unfortunate that in today's time, the people that are taking advantage the most are the ones on the lower income situation, or don't even understand, what the funeral process is like, or going through the worst day of their lives, and they're not being taken care of. So Lincoln has an entity, a free benefit to them at no charge. When that loved one passes away, they have a team of individuals, ex-funeral directors, that can help them navigate the funeral process, again, to make sure that they're not taken advantage of with their small 8, 10, 12, 15, $20,000 policy. On average, most of our policy holders are saving anywhere an average of 25 to 30% on normal funeral costs because of them being a policy holder with us here at Lincoln Heritage. Number 7, renewal earning power. The whole reason why you're involved in the insurance arena in the first place is the benefit of the earning renewal potential, anywhere from 10 years to a lifetime as a career agent. Emphasis on career agent. We're looking for somebody with a career mindset. We're not looking for somebody to be here for a month or 2 or 3. We're looking for somebody who wants to be here 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, right? And the reason why that is because your earning potential from a renewal standpoint grows exponentially the longer you're here. And we're going to talk about that towards the end when we showcase our compensation package, right? So the way I want to tee this up for you, every policy that you write on average, the very next month starts to pay you $10 per policy on average. $10 per policy. So imagine if you wrote 20 policies, right? Currently right now in this month, and in the very next month, you start earning an additional $200 in renewal income from those policies that you just wrote. And then guess what? You're going to write another 20 policies the very next month. Now you have $400, right? And it goes on so forth just like that. So imagine being here a year from now and just being consistent and steady. And now you're earning well over $2,000 in additional to your monthly income because of just the sticking and staying power of renewal earning power here in our opportunity with Lincoln Heritage. You don't want to miss out on aligning yourself and associating yourself with a grand opportunity. Again, being in a business because you have renewal income, doing the work one time and you get paid over and over and over. And then of course it goes into a renewal status. And now you earn money again on those same policies for keeping Mrs. Jones on the books, for keeping Mrs. Smith on the books, right? So again, just the earning power is amazing here, just sticking around. Number 8, 3 competitive simplified issue products, a 1-page application, no backside. We have 9 health questions. We have a first day coverage policy. Pay the first premium today. Coverage starts on you today. We have a 20-year pay, which is the same thing as a first day pay. The only difference is the policy's paid up, in 20 years. And then we have our modified policy for those who have, very significant health conditions, and we can still get them covered. The great thing about our policies here, everything is on 1-page application, all whole life policies. We don't sell term. We don't sell IUL. We teach you how to be a final expense specialists in our business opportunity, right? Specialists get paid big money as opposed to generalists. Always remember that. Number 9, plans are written anywhere from 0, 30 days of age at least, to 85 years of age, not yet 86. Most illnesses covered first day, right? So we don't have any blood pressure questions. We don't have any COVID questions on our application. So again, 98% of the people that you talk to are going to get covered. The only people that we do not cover is someone who has AIDS, HIV, someone who's behind the bars locked up right now, or sitting on a hospital bed. The only state that we actually have those guidelines where we made those exceptions is the state of North Carolina. So there's no physical or medical examinations required. We're not going to send out a nurse to the home. No push-ups, no sit-ups, no jumping jacks, no pull-ups for the policy. Coverage is based on the health questions on the application. So 9 health questions. They answer no to everything. They're covered first day coverage. They answer yes to one or more of those things. They're going to fall under our modified death benefit chronic health condition situation, right? So they just walked out of the hospital with cancer, we can get them covered. If they just came out of the hospital and being diagnosed with cancer, we can cover them, right? So in regard to the first day coverage, again, if they got high blood pressure, high cholesterol, anxiety medication, depressant medication, those are all first day covered people. Again, Lincoln is amazing because we have very liberal underwriting guidelines. So you're going to have a plan for everybody, practically any and everybody. Number 10, group health, dental, life benefits. Imagine getting career benefits with the company. We are commission only company. So however, you get group health, dental, life benefits. As you can see here, must meet qualifying production requirements. So if you're averaging $10,000 a month in AP on a minimum basis, now keep in mind, don't make your minimums your maximums, right? Because you can actually lower your monthly premium cost. But even at the lowest level, you can get benefits for $500 a month, on an individual, and just a little bit more than that for a family. And again, it's the same benefits that you would get. That's why we keep talking about career minded. You want to be career minded. Imagine getting career benefits, on a 1099 commission only position, and you're still able to get group benefits. And we have a very popular company that we associate with when it comes to those benefits. Again, it works just like regular benefits, having a copay, when you go to the doctor. They're very spectacular, so a lot of people love those benefits, just for meeting those qualifying production requirements. And like I said, you can average about $500 a month, and they take it out of your commission check. You don't have to pay that out of pocket. They'll take a little bit out of your commission check at a bare minimum to meet the minimum required production. And again, averaging $10,000 a month or even $30,000 a month over a 90-day period, a rolling 90-day period. Number 11, world-class training and support. Hands-on training in the office or virtual with top agents. So one of the great things about our training system here, Universal Benefits Southeast believes in training. We believe that a highly trained agent is a highly paid agent. One thing that we will guarantee here is that we do not lack in training. We have a great training support here. We want to make sure that you're effectively trained. We have a lot of resources to help you with your selling process when it comes to that. So we'll let you know what all that entails. Once you get out of our new agent training, we actually provide that in our new agent training. But like I said, one thing you don't have to worry about here is, am I going to get trained? We put that check in that box. Matter of fact, we'll put a triple check in that box. Number 12, full-time agents should apply. So we understand that people come to us in different situations and different circumstances. We are encouraging you, if you're looking at an opportunity, you want to make sure that you have a mindset to eventually transition, right? Doing this business on a part-time doesn't work out long-term, but we do understand that you may have to transition. So if you're not full-time today or not in a position to be full-time, we're never going to tell you when to go full-time, but we are interested in somebody who plans on taking this full time eventually, within 3 to 6 months of joining our team here. So that's what we mean when we say full-time agents. And another thing that we mean by full-time agents is because we work with a specific niche market of seniors, you have to be flexible with your calling schedule. We make phone calls. You have to be able to make phone calls in the morning. You have to be able to make phone calls in the middle of the afternoon. You got to be able to make phone calls in the evening and work a few Saturdays and Sundays so that you can effectively reach our clientele, when they need to be reached, because again, when you're working a lead program, the clients of today, the seniors of today, they're not sitting by the telephone waiting on your phone calls. So you have to have a flexible schedule to be able to work our lead program effectively so that you can earn the income that you need to earn to make sure that you have an effective work schedule and make sure that the income is turning the way it needs to turn for you. Number 13, we have a recession-proof business, 60 plus years of growth. As long as people are dying, we are in the death care business, so as long as the death care business is, when I say death care, meaning that, a lot of people are passing away, on a daily basis. We have a website, Worldometers, where you can see that literally by the minute, by the second, people are passing away. So as long as people are passing away, we're always going to be in business. It's just the way it is, right? Just the benefits of being in the insurance business is just that, it's a great business to get into, but at the same time, you don't have to worry about experiencing a recession because of the market and the clientele that we work with. A lot of people that we work with, they're paid, once a month, the first, the third, the fifth of the month, or every third Tuesday, something like that. So that's why our business model is very turnkey, and also recession proof because of that business model that we have behind the scenes. Number 14, UBI Southeast has a proven training referral system. Turn one lead into multiple opportunities. So when you work our lead system, we want to make sure that you're trained on how to get referrals. Miss Mary, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Smith has brothers, sisters, cousins, neighbors, friends. Make sure you're getting 5 to 10 referrals from every closing that you get. So if you want to actually make 3 to 4 or 5 times what you invested in the leads, learning the referral gathering system as early as you can, early on in your career as you can, will teach you how to maximize your income from the lead system. So again, it's not just working the leads, but it's getting referrals, 5 to 10 referrals from those leads to make a substantial amount of income, with our lead system. Number 15, ask about our agency building opportunities. We only promote individuals, who are in a great example of being a great agent. What do we mean by that? We just don't promote anyone to a leadership role. We want to make sure that you proving yourself here in this opportunity of writing consistent business, understanding our lead system, understanding leadership, training and development. We want to make sure that that you're also again being a living and breathing daily example of a great agent, right? And so again, when you participate in our agency building opportunity, you have an opportunity to get in a leadership role where you can actually bring people onto this opportunity and build you and help someone become very successful in that manner. And when you do that, you can now leverage your income and earn another stream of income from actually helping individuals build their block of business, right? So we have a training as well too on those who are interested in taking a career path of building an agency, which is a great way to multiply your income based on leverage income, because you want to actually situate yourself in helping other people become successful in all of our 8 states. So when we're recruiting, we recruit in all of our 8 states. So there's an opportunity in those states that we mentioned early on in the beginning of the presentation. Number 16, lifetime earnings to own your block of business, right? Own your own book of business. Once you've been with us for 2 years, you are now what we call vested. Once you're vested with the company, you now own that block of business, because guess what? There's going to come a day, because of the renewal income power, right? You might want to take a couple of weeks off. You might take a month off, or God forbid something happens to you, right? You get sick or something like that, but you have a income that comes in month after month, year after year, because of the hard work that you put into your business, right? So again, that's why it's important to have a longevity career mindset. But of course, there might come a day that you may want to sell your block of business. But once you've been with us for 2 years, you own that book of business now. Or God forbid something happens to you and you pass away. You could even name a beneficiary in your contract where now that individual can earn your book of business without being a licensed agent. Right, without being a licensed agent. Most insurance companies may want you to be licensed to own that block of business. Here at Lincoln Heritage, once you've been with us for 2 years, you can pass that book of business to anyone, even if they're not licensed. Number 17, bilingual English Spanish agents are urged to apply. Again, specifically to English. Spanish agents are urged to apply bilingual. Spanish leads are available in most states. This is a growing division of our agency here in our region. So Spanish leads are available in most states. Exotic incentive trips, all expense paid trips awarded to contest winners. Again, when you're averaging a monthly production of $12,000 in annual production, right? Every single month, every 30 days, doing it for 12 months or 15 months, which is normally the contest requirements. They do them for 12-month period or 15-month periods, depending on the year that they're advertising these exotic incentive trips. These are places like Scotland. These are places like Alaska. These are places like Punta de Menta, Mexico, right? So when Lincoln sends you on these trips, they hook you up on the trip. They got cash bonuses. This is for you and a +1. As long as you can get to the airport, they're going to pay for your airfare. They're going to pay for your traveling fare. Lincoln takes care of you when you do these trips. So again, why not get involved in a company? If you're going to do the work anyway, why not get paid, and it's, awarded a exotic incentive trip, for your hard work? Again, you want to average $12,000 to $15,000 a month every 30 days over 12 months, over 15 months, depending on what requirements that they put on the trip. And again, you and a +1 can enjoy this trip with cash bonuses, all expense paid. I've been on 2 of them myself, back to back. These are amazing trips. I'm looking forward to going to the next one. Next year's trip is going to be in Italy. So I'm looking forward to that as well too. So they send all their top agents, right, to these trips here. Number 19, agent website provides current status of your business 24/7. You're always going to get an email about the statuses of your business. Emails get sent all through the night before, just to keep you up to date on everything, your production, your client statuses. You get a text message when you get paid. You get a text message when you submit an application. It only takes 2 to 3 to 5 minutes to key in an application. Everything is done right on our agent portal. Very easy, super simple. Once when you're talking to a client and you're going to wrap the process up and sign the policy, everything is done over the telephone. Get them on the phone with an underwriter with Lincoln. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes answering the same health questions that you asked them already. And then of course, once that's done, they give them a code. We don't have to send them an email, anything like that. Everything is done verbal signature over the telephone. Very easy process. Imagine doing that 2 to 3 to 5 times per day, just working our lead system, making sure you're making the phone calls, on our system, just doing it that way, right? Number 20, agents only need a phone, right? A computer, laptop to get started. We run a program called RingCentral. You can work your business from anywhere, right? That's one of the unique things. Learn the skills that you need so that you can work your business from anywhere. Again, we are recruiting, individuals who want to work out of an office. So we have 3 locations that you just saw there. But also, if you live nearby those nearby those offices, you can travel there as well too, or you can work remote. We are looking for remote agents as well too, as long as you're following our guidelines to meet our requirements from working for remote. And obviously get with the manager, who's going to be working alongside with you, what that means in regards to making sure you're adhering, to our remote guidelines. But you can work from home with this opportunity. Work your business from anywhere, right? 3 to 5 day new agent training process. We can get you up and running on the telephone as soon as 3 days once you get a writing number. A writing number from Lincoln Heritage. No later than 5 days, we can get you on a telephone, very quickly. We have a state-of-the-art whisper system on RingCentral. What does that mean? There's a couple things that can be done on our system. Number 1, we can review your phone calls. Again, this is where our training really begins. We can literally correct you on a phone call. We can whisper on your phone while you're on the phone on a sales call, which means that, you can hear us, but the client can't hear a thing. We could even barge into the phone call, which is another way of saying a 3-way. We could even 3-way ourselves in if you're against the ropes trying to close a client and you need help. We could even take over a phone call. So again, the training system is here. So with our state of the art Ring Central system, we can train you from anywhere. You can be where you're at. I'm here in Maryland. You could be where you are in North Carolina, New Jersey, Georgia. It doesn't matter where you're at. We can literally train you and teach you how to sell and be right there with you every step of the way, especially in the beginning stages, to help you earn income soon as 3 days of getting a writing number. So guys, it's here. We have the best opportunity in the world, so we're just looking for a few teammates who are willing to follow our system, our turnkey system, making phone calls, working the leads, right? Number 21, call Lincoln Heritage here with your questions. You'll speak to a live person. Lincoln invests a lot of money in recruiting and bringing on agents in the home office to handle telephone calls. Every time you call Lincoln, very short hold times. We're talking about 30 seconds to a minute. Hardly any hold time since I've been here, right? We're talking about every time your client calls Lincoln, every time you call Lincoln, every time you call a different department, you're always going to speak to a human being. One thing about Lincoln is they believe in people. They believe in agents. Their mantra is they want to make the job easier for the agent. So if they take care of the agent, they're going to take care of the clients. That's their philosophy. Lincoln believes in taking care of the agent, and you will in turn take care of the customers, which in turn takes care of the company, right? So there's a grand opportunity here. This is the last slide here. So just a few action steps. If you're not licensed, let's get enrolled in our pre-licensing class. We are associated with a company called Excel or ExamFX. Particularly, we are biased to Excel, so then follow those steps to qualify for one of our positions on our team. And if you are licensed, let's schedule a virtual Zoom or in-person meeting to meet with our management team on how you can qualify for one of our positions in our agency and proceed with our 3 to 5 day new agent training. Again, once you get a writing number, we can get you enrolled in new agent training and get you up and running on the telephone as soon as 3 days after getting a writing number. Let's get the training process began. Let's get, your earning power going right away. And then also, it is advised that when you sign up with us or get enrolled and partner with us, it is advised to get 2 additional non-residential licenses. So if you're new and you're not licensed, once you pass your state exam, and of course, if you're already licensed, all you have to do is go on NIPR.com or Sircon.com, NIPR.com or Sircon, SIRCON.com, and you can just apply for a non-residential license. You don't have to do any testing like you did when you first got your license. All you have to do is pay those state fees. This is the example of what those state fees are. So if you're newly getting licensed, don't have a license, you must pay for your Excel pre-licensing course. Everything can be done, by the web, by virtual. Everything is self-paced. You can complete that Excel class literally as soon as 3 days. Some of the agents average. Excel has a course that you can pass that exam anywhere from 7 to 10 days. That's the testing fee and the license fee. And you don't have to have everything all at once. So the first step is just enrolling in our pre-licensing class if you're not licensed yet, and then preparing to have your testing money to take the test in your state, and then having the license fee. You have to pay for the license. But like I just mentioned earlier on the previous slide, once you're licensed, you don't have to pay, or you don't have to take a test again. You just pay for that additional license, just that fee. And then you are literally up and running. We can get that imported in your back office. It takes about 2 to 3 business days to add the additional non-resident licenses in your back portal. And now you can start receiving leads in that state. So again, eventually you want to get all the states, because all it does is more states you have, the grander your opportunity is. And again, with our universal benefits system, it's about a $2 to $3 million earning opportunity in all of the states. $2 to $3 million opportunity. We are not saturated. We're not even barely scraping the surface right now. So you literally have a multi-million-dollar opportunity before you if you're willing to go to work, if you're willing to be coachable, if you're willing to be trainable, and we're going to help you every step of the way to earn that income. So now the last part is how the Universal Benefits Southeast money works. We are going to be utilizing a 70% contract level, which is the level that every agent starts at. And again, for illustration purposes only, past performance does not predict nor guarantee future earnings. Because again, you got to take you with you. You got to get trained. You got to be coachable. You got to be trainable. Past performance does not predict nor guarantee future earnings. You have to work our system. You got to follow the guidelines, and if you're newer, to the opportunity again, or even been around for a little while, you want to have a career mindset. You want to be somebody that, again, that is a go-getter, who's a self-starter. We want to make sure that we position you to succeed in our opportunity. So this wraps up our just our overview here, and we're going to talk about how the money works.